I'm giving away all the trading profits I made this week, and I want to show you some of the setups that got me there, as well as take you back to the beginning of my trading career over 6 years ago. So make sure you stick around to the end of the video. We're going to look at some of the setups here on TradeZella. Again, I broke down all of these days individually on this YouTube channel. If you want more detailed explanations of these trades, just go link below. You'll find those videos nice and easy. But we can go over them real quick here. A nice break of lower day view up. The most important note on this one, why I'm showing this trade, stop loss placement. It should be no lower than that structure point there. If you've seen Futures 2.0 on AceFX TV, you want to give it all the space until the trade would be invalid, because you still want to allow for lower highs to still be made, which it is. So it takes a while for the sellers to finally step back in and have the strength for a new lower day, but buyers never took control and the shorts never looked bad. So you just got to give it time, right? You're playing this lower day break. That price is the one that works, but it wasn't ready to leave the station and move from there until about an hour later. And you can't know that going into the trade, so you just got to be willing to sit through it with a proper stop loss, not too much heavy of a risk, and you should win this trade no problem. Again, looking at the Wednesday, not taught in Futures 2.0, I would not recommend this trade, but I did break it down of how I was using ES versus NQ because ES was looking nice and bullish. So I played that information here on NQ. Tight stop, aggressive read, quick profits. That was the two minutes of trades and $900 profit. That was quick. Friday was a beauty though. Big rip lower. I probably call it like 5% of the move, because if you've seen Friday, you can see some of it here on this markup. This was like only starting, because we get a nice healthy pullback and it drops even more. I mean, 6 consecutive bars down on the 15-minute. This thing was tanking. But going back to this setup at the open, same thing, playing the bounce and the rejection off the New York view up. We have lower highs here since the open. Sellers defend this view up very nicely, so same thing. Stop loss at structure. Break of lower day view up. Let's go continue the downtrend that we have. Now, we might be into yesterday's New York view up, but again, I broke down this day already. But ES was already below its yesterday's New York view up, so that was telling me NQ might probably have the strength to break below its yesterday's New York view up, which it clearly did, because this thing dropped like a falling knife and never looked back. Friday was a big day, so you definitely should have made money on Friday. And if you didn't and you somehow blew an account, then you probably should go over to Tradeify. Use code Dyer. You can get 30% off any of these accounts if you use my code. I'm on the straight to sim funded, the 50Ks and the 150Ks. You get plenty of drawdown with the 150K accounts, but definitely don't buy them at full price. I can get you 30% off if you just use code Dyer. So definitely check into that before you buy them at full price. But going back to this week's trading, the whole point of this video as well is, as you can see, 3 days of trading, 2K profit. We're up 4K in the month. Nice and beautiful. But I want to talk about my why. Why is we making this video? But also, why did I get into trading? Why do I still trade? And I think the most important thing is you're going to have to find your own why, because a lot of people probably aren't going to support you in the beginning, especially when you even just start trading. They're not going to support you. And then when you do start trading, you find a lot of hardships and struggles and you lose money, probably going to support you even less. And then even if you do find success, they might support you a little bit more, but still probably question you if is this real? Is this sustainable? Can you keep doing this? Right? So you got to try to block that out as much as you can. I think having a support system is one of the biggest thing a trader needs, because it's a very difficult industry to make it in and keep doing for a long period of time. That's why I stand by these trading communities that we have. Obviously in AceFX, we have the streams, we have the mentorship in the Black Shirt Club, you have these YouTube videos. You could always talk to me in the comments. That I think you need a support system. You need people to believe in you, as well as hold you accountable, motivate you, keep you thinking, keep you growing, get 1% better each day. Because if you don't have that support system on the outside, then when you have a red day, you're already feeling the pressure and the non-belief from the outside. It can be very, very tough to push through it unemotionally, right? When you feel that pressure from the outside, people aren't supporting you, you're angry at that, you have a losing day, it can very quickly spiral because you're already angry to begin with. Or if you can have that support system, you can take losses on the chin. Hopefully you can take the long-term approach at it because you're feeling better about yourself, how others are looking at you, all these different things, right? The reasons I say this is because when I started my trading 6 years ago, very early on, I asked my brother for some money so I could fund my own personal account. And he did, in fact, say yes. And if you can guess, I lost it all. Oh boy, did I lose it all rather quickly too, because I had no idea what I was doing. But I think looking back on it now, yeah, I was delusional, because I know I didn't have a strategy. I didn't have a mentor. I didn't even really watch YouTube videos. I wanted a Lambo and a watch, and I wanted to retire on a beach in 3 weeks, if that's possible, please. But it did not come to fruition. But I think it was just funny looking back on it. I was even delusional, as we all are starting into trading. But going back to it, even after I lost the money, that showed me some support. I don't know if he expected much from that investment or whatever you want to call it, but I think just it was very important to me to know that my older brother was supporting me, didn't really ask many questions, just gave me the money because he saw I had a vision. I was very motivated about something. I had these big goals, and he just wanted to help his younger brother out because he was older than me. I was in college. I didn't have a lot of money to fund my own account, but he was older than me, so he did take a shot at me. And of course, it didn't work out. That money didn't turn into anything. I lost it all. But maybe that was the mental push that I needed of, wow, like I don't really feel like I'm not allowed to do this, or I can't do this, or I'm being watched of when is this going to turn into something. He took a shot at me. He believed in me, and that support system is huge. I'll never forget it, and I always appreciated that he took a shot on his younger brother. So for this trading video, like I said, making $2,000 profit this week, it's all going to go to my older brother. I thought a nice little birthday gift, $2,000 going straight back to him because he supported me and he still supports me and he still motivates me, and I always still appreciate him for being my older brother. But I think it was just a cool gift of all those many, many years ago, seeing something in me, and now I'm in the position where I could trade and give back to him on his birthday, his big 30. So hopefully, big 30, wow. Hopefully by the time I'm 30, I can give him 20 grand of profit per day, or 30 grand of profit per day. Every birthday I keep going up and up because the trading keeps going up and up. But realistically, yeah, going back to that, I think it's just huge. Having that motivation is one thing, but you need a strong enough why to match that for on those days you don't feel motivated. So I always appreciated the support system I had around me. And I just want to get back to my brother because I always appreciated the shot he took at me. He always supports me even still, and I think he's definitely not going to expect this. So if he's watching this, surprise, you already got 2 grand. You're welcome. But to anyone that also watches this video, find a support system. Find someone that truly does care about you and your trading and your well-being, because it's just going to make your trading so much better when you don't feel that outside pressure to make this perform in a certain way in a certain amount of time. If you could just relax, let it take its course, because I know there's plenty of people out there watching that can totally relate to the outside pressure of wanting to make this work super quickly. That if you could just unburden yourself with that, because you know you have someone that's also in your corner, right? I'm in your corner, and other people in our community are in your corner. But I know ideally you want people that you love and care about to then be in your corner more than anyone. So if you don't have that, I'm truly sorry, but hopefully you can get that soon. But for anyone that does have that, make sure you tell them you appreciate them for letting you chase your dreams and your goals and your ambitions and work towards something that is very difficult and something that they're probably very iffy on and don't know much about. So it's very tough for them to even support you because they don't really know what they're supporting. So if they do appreciate you, and if you do have that support system, don't take it for granted. Say thank you. Tell them you love them. But yeah, I appreciate you guys always tuning in for making all of this possible. Hope you guys are always still learning something from these videos. Trade safe, and I'll see you guys on the charts tomorrow morning.